Gotta go over here. Gotta cancel that. General. Remove. And then it can't come over there. Submit. Hey, what's good? Alright, why is my chat not showing? What's good, yo? My chat's not showing for some reason. My chat's not showing for some reason. Oh. What is going on, yo? I haven't streamed on here in forever, so that's why I decided I'm gonna check this out right now. What's good? What's that? Segundo? Arana, Cutie Poo, Marcus, what's good?
Where the wealthiest people in Miami hang out, the design district. And I'm gonna be cold approaching multimillionaires and billionaires out there to figure out how they built their wealth and how you can do the exact same thing. Excuse me, sir. How did you get rich? How did you get rich? Real quick, I have the biggest business media channel in the world with 15 million followers.
Go check out how to get rich today, man.
1 minute with you real quick. It's for the younger generation. I'll show you the channel right here, real
quick.
What's
good, Kevin?
Right here. So,
what industry did you decide to pursue a career? Movies?
Which Tom Cruise?
That's great.
So how did you get rich? What industry were you in?
I was in real estate and banking.
In banking, so the finance side of real estate.
Yeah, but I got out of banking a long time ago.
Why is that?
Just because the environment changed so much. So mostly real estate.
Development, brokering?
Development.
Here in Miami or where?
No, in Midwest.
In the Midwest, why?
Because I was born there. And I used to come down here to Florida whenever the weather would get too cold up there.
Are you still building right now?
No.
Why
I'm
not?
retired.
You made
I'm
your
done.
money? You made your money?
I'm done. I've monetized everything. I'm out.
In 1 year, what was the biggest year you had?
Middle 8 figures.
So 50 mil.
You know, middle could be anywhere from somewhere to somewhere.
What's the best financial advice you ever got throughout your career?
When you make a sale, wrap it up.
Don't talk past the sale. Why is that so important?
Think about it. If, let's say, a guy comes in and wants to buy shoes from you, and he has his mind set on a pair of shoes, and you see him and he wants to spend money with you, right? But yet you then show him 5 other pairs of shoes, and then he gets so confused he just walks out.
That's
doesn't
such a
buy
good.
any.
Nobody talks about that.
When you make a sale, wrap it up.
Real quick. I need like 2 or 3 more with you. Give me your best negotiation advice.
Don't negotiate against yourself.
What do you mean?
Meaning that let the guy tell you what he wants to do rather than God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
You need to listen.
Twice as much listening as you do talking.
What was the lowest point in your career as an entrepreneur?
I would say I was 21 years old and I had moved to California. I had saved up all my money during high school and college. I'd saved some money up. And I graduated from college and I moved out to California to pursue a career in residential real estate finance. And it was commissions only. And I would say after about 3 months, I ran out of money living in California.
You went broke.
I did, and I came home on a red eye that my dad bought me a ticket back to Miami. Came into the house that morning and he looked at me and he handed me what was the equivalent of like $1,000 back then and said, get back out there. There's nothing for you here, get your ass back out there.
Were you ever afraid
of competition? Get your ass back out there, bro.
Why not?
Because that's just the way our system works. Our system works on that basis. I was an athlete as a kid, so I always competed and I was never afraid of somebody.
Were you a good salesman?
I hated sales, but I had to do it, so I guess so.
Give me one more nugget about sales that's not taught in school.
I would say there's 2 things. It's statistical. So the more people you see, the more chances you will have at making a sale. And I have a very close friend of mine who's in insurance sales. See the guy, ask him to buy.
Oh, that's Gabe.
See the guy, ask him to buy, bro.
That was a beautiful advice. James Dumoulin, sir. Yeah.
Nice
and last nugget for the younger generation. One more message for them. Last nugget. I know you got to get out of here.
Drop this
one more
a
lesson
bit.
for the younger generation.
If you're young and you start making money, keep your hands out of your pocket. markets. That's the only other thing.
Hey, sir, you got
Good advice, bro.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate you, man. Hey,
Don't make $1 million and just
so
go
much
spend
game right
it.
there. My man made $50 million in a single year. And what did you say? We see the guy asking to buy, man. A close about doesn't get fed. Great interview out here in Miami, man. Let's keep this one rolling. Come on. Excuse me, sir.
Close them out, don't get
I
fed.
saw your YouTube. They're great. I manage $1.2 billion, but I don't. I'm a family office.
Wait,
so the
what?
bottom line
Wait,
is
what? Bro said what?
they're great. I manage $1.2 billion.
He managed $1.2 billion, and look how casual the guy walking around, bro. He ain't got a neck. He ain't got a chain, a neck. Look at his shirt. His shirt looks like off the bat. You look at this guy right now. How much money would y'all think he has? Like a regular. Just look at him regularly. Like I know a lot of people already know that people with a lot of wealth dress like this. But let's say you don't know that. How much money do y'all think this guy looks like he has? Probably like 100,000, right? A lot of y'all probably say, oh, he probably has 100,000 because he's old and he looks okay health-wise, you know. Probably has 100,000. Dude managed $1.2 billion, bro. A lot of us on this stream, a lot of us who will watch this later in life is not even going to come close to that. And bro is just like, oh, I managed $1.2 billion.
Excuse me, sir.
Like,
I don't want to talk to. But
it's
I saw
nothing.
your YouTube. They're great. I manage $1.2 billion, but I don't. I'm a family office stuff like. So the bottom line is great job with everything you're doing.
Did you know I was going to come up to you? Or what?
No. I never seen you before except from YouTube. But they saw you on the Brunello Cucinelli store.
Yeah.
And basically they made a good comment and stuff like that, and that's it.
So real quick, what is the hardest part about managing other people's money? It's difficult.
You have to do a good job and stuff like that, and basically you have to. I'm from Lugano, Switzerland, so I speak Italian. You have to use a different type of techniques, like in the last 2 months, where they obviously the market was down 20%, and they have to obviously try to offset the instability of the market. Up to the December 2024 was incredible.
Did you come from a lot of money?
No, I didn't come. No, actually, I came with money, but not a lot of money.
How much did you come here with?
Few $1 million. So I didn't start from scratch. Absolutely.
How did you work up to $1 billion in under?
Basically, we attract a lot of high net worth people. They are very successful in what they do. They trust us because
how do
every
you
turn.
attract the rich people though? Like, how do you get their trust?
We know a lot of people.
How do you build those relationships?
Because when you're born and you go to private schools and stuff, like you're born in a certain circle, you know these people automatically.
So you got to become friends with rich people.
No, you're already friends because you go to the same school.
But let's talk to somebody who doesn't come from a rich family.
Determination, focus, determination, and stuff like that.
What's the best advice you ever got throughout your career?
Never give up. When I negotiate, people tells me that I destroy people because I usually.
First of all, never give up. That's a part of it. But you also have to be you, bro. If you want to make it in life, just be you, bro. Stop being fake, because at some point people are going to see it and people are going to question your personality when this is the type of person you present, and then later down the road they see you and you're like totally different, bro. So you gotta be yourself. You gotta be
suck
yourself.
Oxygen from the room, and the people gasping for air and stuff like that. You have to use a lot of time and lengthy type of techniques to negotiate to your best and stuff like that.
Now you're managing people's money. Where are you putting that money?
Right now, gold is doing very well.
You like gold?
Yeah, until it lasts. Right now, it's like $3,500, $3,400.
So let's say in the next 6 months, what's the best industry you should be looking to get into?
Hedge funds, indexes, and try to protect your investment. Right now, because I follow Warren Buffett, I think he's a genius, I have lots of money in cash that is not making money except for the 3-4% that are making like a money market and
so
stuff like that.
you have a lot of money in cash right now?
Lots of money
Why?
in cash. Because basically the uncertainty of the time and stuff like that. Warren Buffett liquidated about $396 billion right now in cash. And there is a reason. Because he knew back 6 months ago the recession was coming, and because of that he protected himself with that. Now it's time, I would think, in 2 or 3 months to buy, and buy at a better price.
Buy what? What are you going to buy?
Anything. Like I like very much the stocks that Warren Buffett likes.
What industry are the stocks in? Like let's say me right now. Let's say I've got some cash put to the side. Where would I put that money to make that work?
Depends upon the amount of money.
Okay,
like
I have 100K.
100K, I would say a mutual fund.
Fund?
Yeah, mutual
You like
fund.
real estate?
We like also real estate
What
a
type
lot.
of real estate? Multifamily or what?
No,
Commercial?
single family. I live in Coral Gables, and basically we have done incredibly well buying there, holding, and now the price is like.
So you think very long term when you make an investment. You don't look to make quick money at all.
The way you invest money in the stock market, you can be also a day trader, okay? Right. But I'm talking about in the way you do real estate. We have property in Europe that like from 1960, and we still own them because we pay like $3,000-$4,000 at the time, and now they're worth thousands of $1,000s, not million. So the return on investment is stellar. It's incredible.
Let me ask you this. You're managing money for
So
a lot of very
long-term
wealthy people.
investments.
For billionaires. What do billionaires do differently from everybody else?
She always criticizes me because she says I go around looking like a slob. My wife, to make fun of me. She said, why with all the nice clothes that you have, you go around looking like a slob? Because I can. So that's exactly what the guy from Shark Tank was saying. Exactly. And it basically is something that you're sure about yourself. You don't have to basically wear, for example, I have 40 watches in my collection, and I'm wearing a watch from a friend of mine who's a micro brand that is very cheap compared to all the watches that I have in a safe deposit box. I don't wear Rolexes anymore because right now Rolexes are used by a lot of people. It was not exclusive like in 1907, and that's it. My wife said, why do you have all these nice clothes in the closet if you don't wear them? And that's it.
You're not trying to impress anybody else.
No. Because when you have good connection, you don't impress. And I go like this everywhere I want to. That's what's ridiculous about the situation.
You got amazing advice, sir.
Listen, thank you very much. It was a pleasure. Congratulations on everything.
See, man, even though you're happy, you ain't got to show it off, bro. Like, who are you trying to impress? Who are you trying to impress? He has watches, 40 watches in his collection, and he's wearing a cheap one that he got from one of his friends, bro. Like, that's the advice the other guy gave her. He said, when you start making money, keep your hand out of your damn pocket, bro.
Guys, this Miami video just got off to a crazy start, and we're gonna be linking up with Adin Ross very soon. But I gotta make one thing very clear. You wanna know one thing that I've learned from interviewing billionaires? It's that the most successful people, the richest people, are crystal clear communicators. Understand that if you can't communicate clearly, you will never close a big deal. Whether you're pitching investors or closing 8-figure deal,
Facts.
Words matter. That's why I use Grammarly Pro. I'm constantly sending emails, pitching guests, pitching these multi-millionaire, multi-billionaire, these celebrities, and having to plan these shoots. And Grammarly helps me sound sharp, fast, and confident every single time. There's no more overthinking every sentence, no more rewrites that take hours. And Grammarly works exactly where I work, in Gmail, Slack, Notion, and more. Unlike other tools, there's no copy and paste. It's just seamless. And it writes in my voice, it understands my goals, and it adapts based on who I'm talking to, whether it's a CEO or just a cold pitch. And the Pro version is a game changer, you guys. You can instantly adjust the tone and clarity in the sidebar. You can set goals to match your style and context. And you can rewrite anything in just one click, or tweak the AI prompt. Click the link in the description or use my. You guys, the time has now come. We are at Adin Ross's mansion out here. Guys, I want you to understand this is the most expensive house in this entire county, and he bought it for over $25 million. So I'm gonna be linking up with him to figure out how you can become Adin Ross rich in today's world and what he did to become so successful. Let's go meet up with him right now, you guys. Come on. All right, you guys, I want you to see this right now. This entire thing is his house.
What up, bro?
You could put 10 houses right here, you guys. I don't even know how many acres of land this man owns, but it's safe to say he lives on an absolute compound out here, you guys. Come on.
Bro, what up?
It's crazy.
You see, a lot of people see content creators doing social media, bro, and they're like, oh, that's not a real job, and that can't do nothing. Like, you know, a lot of time, how can I put it? A lot of time, people don't look at content creating and streaming as a job, bro. Adin Ross has made so much money. Kai Cenat, iShowSpeed, all of those people has made so much money from streaming and content creating, bro. Like, I'm not even going to put myself in the category because I still haven't made 6 figures in a year. And when I do, that's going to be crazy, bro. Y'all going to see a lot more of me, bro. But, hey.
What?
Let's continue with the video, though. Appreciate the likes, bro.
Excuse me, sir. Is this your house?
Still learning how to use it.
My man.
This is my house.
Hey, this place is incredible, man. It's great to meet you,
Pleasure
bro.
to meet you, man. I'm a big fan of what you got going on, everything in this channel, inspiring people, inspiring myself. So just wants to give you your flowers. You're amazing. You guys are absolutely amazing.
I appreciate that, man. It means a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us out, man. I mean, place is incredible.
Glad you like it.
We're gonna drop some gems for the young guys today to figure out how they can get a $25 million house.
Let's go. Let's go through it. Let's do it.
You gotta make it happen?
Gotta make it happen.
Who am I here with today?
My name is Adin Ross. Nice to meet you guys watching.
For those that don't know, how did you make your millions?
I made my millions playing video games for a very long time, kind of building up the streaming space, kind of creating, people say what streaming is today.
Did you have anybody that doubted you early on?
Oh, my own family. My own family used to doubt me. I remember my parents were very big on me going to school, becoming a lawyer, an accountant, or something in mind, like with a suit and tie. But yeah, you know, everyone. My father actually believed me very early when my internet was getting declined when I was younger to get the best streaming internet. I just remember that he was always there to swipe his card and help me out when I needed it. So my dad always believed in it. He would get complaint from the neighbors and all this stuff, and he's still the same as he was 5-6 years ago when I came up.
Have you ever been fucked over in business?
All the time. Definitely. I think it happens to most people until you finally know your self-worth and what you bring to the table. And I think that if you can remember who you are and have your self-worth to the highest it can possibly be, I think it prevents you from that. Because once you realize that you're the main character in your life, once you protect yourself, and once you learn learn kind of how everyone out in this industry has no heart, that's when you kind of can learn how to play that game as well.
Now, you've been at the table with some heavy hitters, closing massive multi-million-dollar deals. What's your best negotiation advice for anybody in business?
The best negotiation advice for anyone in business is not being scared to walk away. You know, when you kind of drop that fear and it's more like, oh, it's either this happens my way or we walk away. I think that'll definitely help. Realize that very early, because a lot of people bluff in business. I mean, it's just what you do. It's a business game. It's politics. You got to kind of be fake and play both sides.
The person with the most leverage is the one most willing to walk away.
100%.
Did you walk away from a lot of money?
Of course. I've missed out on several million-dollar opportunities involving deals and involving my own stuff that I've created. But hey, for what you may miss, there's going to be a whole other path you've never even seen before. Now I'm getting brand deals, offers, all types of business conversations that I've never had. And it's all from kind of standing your ground and being you and just not changing up for anyone but yourself.
So throughout your career, what was the most amount of money that you made in a single year?
Ooh, I don't know. What does Google say? I think there was this point where everyone was throwing around these big numbers, streaming deals, that what I've known, which is worth more, is taking equity. So I've actually, my best year, I'll say it's, well, how about you take a guess?
$30 million.
You're right around there. That's a good estimate. $30 million. That was pretty good, actually.
Was it actually?
That's right around there.
Would you say it's a little bit more or a little bit less?
A little bit more.
A little bit more?
A little bit
more.
But you're close.
That's incredible, man. How does that feel? How old are you?
24.
You're 24 years old making $30 million in a year.
I mean, there's no words for it except God is amazing. I'm nobody without the people that watch me on a daily basis. They are not only my followers, they're my family members. I could speak about anything, and that's what also it comes in what I do. Building a very loyal fan base that loves and rides for me no matter what. And they're the reason why I can make 30 M's plus a year. Thank you guys.
That's a beautiful answer. One of my favorite business sayings of all time is where attention goes, revenue flows.
100%.
And you did that better than just about anybody else. How did you build raving fans? You know, I interviewed Ryan Serhant, one of the biggest real estate brokers in the entire world out of New York City. He's selling $4 billion a year. And he said, he used to think the skill set used to be your ability to sell and all that, but it's not. It's the person who gets attention.
100%.
What did you do differently from 99% of other people to be able to make $30 million in a single year?
I think not fearing. That's another thing too. People are very, very hesitant and they fear. What's the point of being fear? The reason why I bought this house right here, everyone's seeing, I bought this house because life's about pulling the trigger. Life's about having no fear, and if there's consequences, you deal with them after. You got to pull the trigger, or else somebody's gonna pull it. So that's what separates 1% to the 99%.
Closed mouth doesn't get fed.
That's it. Pull the trigger in life. Go buy. Go do this. That you're hesitant. Oh, should I do this? Just do it. If there's consequences, if it was wrong, you learn. You got to learn things in this world. You know, nothing's gonna kind of be taught to you. You got to go out and experience it.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is like the most expensive house. How much did you buy this house for?
$25.5, I think it says on the website.
$25 million.
Yeah, $25 million.
This is the most expensive house in the city.
Correct. You know, this is not the beginning. What I want to do, I want to buy way more around this area and kind of build a little empire in a way. I want to have my family. I want to have a bunch of cool stuff you can do.
I was telling them you could put 10 houses in your front yard.
There you go. All my family can move in. All this stuff. So I want to expand more. I want to build more.
So let me ask you this: they say it's easy to make a lot of money. It's hard to keep a lot of money.
I agree.
How are you making your money work for you?
I've invested heavily into the crypto market, which is, by the way, that's another thing I'm going to talk about. But I've invested in crypto, real estate, watches. Cars are a horrible investment. Doesn't count, obviously, unless it's Porsche. But yeah, I would say stocks, real estate, crypto. My story I had with crypto is you never want to hold too long in a market, right? Like, don't get greedy. That's one thing I did learn this year. Take your profits when you're up. Don't get greedy and go for like a 10x. If you were happy with a 1.5x or a 2x, take it. Don't get greedy. The market's always going to be up and down. It's a game. You always want cash ready when the market's ready to drop. So I think not making that mistake is something I want to be heavily about. Sorry, what was the question?
How can somebody get rich with the money that they have?
Chasing what fear is in the market. Look what's going on in the market, right? I'm very big into crypto. Like I said, pull your profits out when you need to, but something that's very, very safe. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but Bitcoin, it's just holding itself. I just feel like putting your money into something that is going to go up and down, have a couple drops and upwards a year. That's kind of what you want to do with your money, in my opinion. Play hard. You got to be competitive. But again, don't do what I do and take your profits. It's very important to take your profits.
So I want to challenge you. What's the best advice you've gotten throughout your career?
I've actually learned this very, very recently. The best piece of advice you can give to somebody is to not take advice. And what I mean is when you're growing up and you learn things as a child, and when you develop and you become who you are by growing up and experiencing whether it's trauma or good life experiences. I think when you tell someone don't do this, don't do that, majority of people that are the entrepreneur type, they wanna do what the opposite crowd's telling them to. Everyone's saying, Aiden, go to school. If I were to take their advice, I wouldn't be where I'm at. And I'm not saying going to school is wrong. I'm just saying everybody has their own paths. Everybody knows what they're supposed to do with their own life. And that's why nobody should really give heavy advice on what somebody wants to do or how somebody else should run their life. It's your life. Take your own advice. You can learn, you can have input, but learn by your own mistakes and learn by your own successful points as well.
We just interviewed Will Smith, and he was telling us that you get to a certain level, it's like not many people that you can take advice from. It's like, I wouldn't have done none of what you did, but look at what you accomplished.
100%, and that's what it's about, right? That's why I love this page. What you guys all have going on, this is amazing. Because when I'm in bed and I just see this, I just see these hungry people. It's really, really good what you guys are doing, because pages like this, when I see a TikTok, whether it's Shaq or whether I see whoever you guys have on, I saw the Ruben one. That's actually made you hit you guys up, because Ruben's a good friend of mine. But it's just super motivating seeing other people in my space. And I'm sure to the followers and as well, I mean, it's just amazing seeing people create. We're all humans. We all have fingers. We all have legs. We all have arms. We all have noses, mouths, etc. We're all the same. Everyone can kind of do anything in this world. You just have to put your mind to it. You'll be called crazy at first, but then you'll be called a genius when you accomplish it.
If you lost everything tomorrow, could you make it all back?
Yeah, I would. And here's how I would do it. In my space, when it comes to content creation, short form, whether it's clipping, shorts, whatever it is, I would find a way to where I can start doing IRL streaming, build my way back up, and doing a bunch of stuff and having them all ready to go in clips and stuff like that. Besides the actual streaming part of things, I would just make sure my mentality was never just worried about what I'm gonna do. You kind of just have to wake up every day and just kind of want to do it without anxiety. You got to have your overconfidence in this world. And I think that would help me get to where I'm at a lot sooner as well. Because I feel like when you're coming up, you really do have to have the utmost confidence in myself. In the beginning, I had a very bad anxiety.
So how did you ultimately find that self-belief to go make tens of millions of dollars?
Self-belief just comes from literally just having no plan B. And I know it sounds crazy, and I just never had a plan B. It was always just I had to wake up. Whether I felt anxious or felt like shit, I had to wake up and do what I had to do.
We always like to say that believing that you can is more profitable than believing that you can't.
Exactly, 100%. You got to just believe. It might sound crazy, like I said, but then when you accomplish it, where you get to where you need to get, you'll be a genius. And that's just how the world works.
So you mentioned a little bit earlier, I want to tap back into, you talked about having equity. How important has ownership been for you?
Oh, I have ownership for one of the biggest streaming platforms, Kick, and it's amazing. I mean, when you have equity, it's kind of like, it doesn't really necessarily matter about the quick cash. You could build up a company that could sell for billions of dollars like I am with Kick.
You know, I still don't know. Like, if I'm gonna switch over from streaming on YouTube, would it be better to be on Twitch? I think TikTok is kind of a lowball, but would it be better? I wouldn't really call TikTok a lowball though, you know, because TikTok is a great platform for streaming. It's kind of like turning into a half and half, streaming and content creating TikTok. But if it comes to full-time streaming, I don't know if Kick or Twitch would be a better platform. I don't know, because for one, I don't know how much Kick pays. I don't know how Kick pays in terms of Kick and Twitch. I don't know.
And my percent will be worth a lot of money.
I probably would go
when
to Twitch first.
Equity, that's the real control. That's the real wealth. It's very cool to take these cash deals in the beginning, 100%, but I think as you come up in business, learning equity is the strongest thing you can get out of any type of deal.
Ownership is king.
Ownership is king.
I want to tap back in one more time about like the content creation ultimately. You were talking about like the clipping. Give me that blueprint that it takes, right? If you had to start over today and you had to blow up again to be able to build a multi-8-figure a year, you know, business essentially from the content creation, what would that be? For the people that may not understand what clipping means exactly, our audience can be a little bit older, 30
I understand.
to 50.
Sure.
Let's break that down to them. Make it real simple for them.
So clipping is pretty much a form of content where you make a clip out of a big moment. So for example, if I were to go do a live stream swimming with sharks, so that live stream itself will probably be about 2 hours, but the clip itself could be anywhere from like 10 to 30 seconds, which will make a viral moment, which will funnel people to where you're actually live streaming off of. So pretty much clipping is just a funnel to your main live stream, if that makes sense.
So a lot of people will kind of question and ask, how do streamers even make money? Like, how do you make money live streaming? How have you made tens of millions of dollars live streaming?
Depending on what platform you're on, you can earn money streaming by subscriptions, which you pay to not see advertisements on certain platforms. You could donate to the streamer to donate extras like a tip, which is also very good and it adds up a lot. And then KCIP, which is Partner Income Program. I'm gonna show you how much money I make in 15 or 16 streams. I'm pulled up right now. But how Kick does, my platform is we pay you based off the hour. So let's say you averaged 100 viewers, you can make $7-8 an hour. If you average 1,000 viewers, you can make $100-200 an hour just streaming on Kick. Let me just show you what the Partner Income looks like.
Whoa,
So in the
hold on a second. Aiden is trying to get me to go on Kick right now.
Based off the hour. So let's say you averaged 100 viewers, you can make $7-8 an hour. If you average 1,000 viewers, you can make $100-200 an hour just streaming on Kick. Let me just show you what the Partner Income looks like. So in the month of June, as you can see, I've done 18 streams and made $623,000. And that's not including whatever else I have going on, but I could show you too. So this is June, total paid streams, $623,000 in June alone. If I stream 30 days, I can make way more. It's huge.
And your last message to the younger generation,
What?
how can somebody become a multi-millionaire in today's world? They want to get Aiden Ross rich in today's world. How can they get wealthy?
Guys, there's three really golden rules. And listen, number one is the most emphasized one. Remember, guys, it takes a lot of luck to become a streamer. I've been doing it for a long time before anyone really knew who I was, on and off for 10 years. But my message to you guys is, please, it might sound crazy at the beginning of whatever you got going on, but I promise you, and I emphasize this, when you make it for yourself in this world, it's gonna feel amazing, and you're not gonna be crazy anymore. You'll be called a genius by your peers and your family, etc. Just please believe in yourself as well. Number one, right now, focus on something for a year. You could be working at the same time. You could be working a regular job.
All right, hold on. 1930. I wanna hear this part again, bro.
very good at it, and it adds up a lot. And then KCIP, which is Partner Income Program. I'm going to show you how much money I make in 15 or 16 streams. I'm going to pull it up right now. But how Kick does, my platform, is we pay you based off the hour. So let's say you averaged 100 viewers. You can make $7-8 an hour.
So they pay you by the hour. So if you get in the Kick program, and let's say you become big on Kick, you make money just by streaming. So you make. So he said if you get like 200,
you average 1,000 viewers, you can make $100, $200 an
hour. 100 or 200 if you get 1,000. Bro, I'm gonna look into Kick, bro. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. Like, I feel like I didn't know this is how Kick pays. I did not know this is how Kick pays.
Just
bro.
Streaming on Kick. Let me just show you what the partner income looks like. So in the month of June, it's huge.
Your last message to the younger generation.
Remember, guys, it takes a lot of luck to become a streamer. I've been doing it for a long time before
anyone
really knew who I was.
It's Aiden, so he's getting 100,000 viewers and stuff. So yeah, but damn, I didn't know.
For 10 years. But my message to you guys is, please, you might sound crazy at the beginning of whatever you got going on, but I promise you, and I emphasize this, when you make it for yourself in this world, it's gonna feel amazing, and you're not gonna be crazy anymore. You'll be called a genius by your peers and your family, etc. Just please believe in yourself as well. Number one, right now, focus on something for a year. You could be working at the same time. You could be working a regular job, but focus on something for a year. When you're not working, you're doing this, and I guarantee you'll see results in whatever you guys have going on. And it's best of luck to you guys. I pray I get to meet all of you, and I pray that all of you guys can make big purchases like this. I know you all can. Manifestation is so real.
Guys, that's a wrap on today's video. I need you guys to like and subscribe for amazing content every week, because nobody else is doing this, you guys. We just interviewed one of the most renowned streamers in the entire world, one of the biggest content creators on the planet, Aiden Ross. Guys, like, subscribe, and if you are not a member yet, guys, go down and click the link in the description of this video to join the #1 community for business owners in the entire world. It's the School of Mentors, and I give you direct access to the multimillionaires and billionaires I interview every week.
Bro, it's insane, bro. It's insane. Let me see. Something else. All right. Well, TikTok just flagged me and said I should. Saying my thing here is repetitive or whatever, unoriginal or whatever. I'm here reacting to a video, bro. That's why I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro. TikTok ain't gonna see much of my streams or clips or all of that stuff, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all from now. I'm going over to Kick. What up, Michael? I'm going over to Kick, bro. Kick is where I'm going right now. I'm gonna sign up for Kick immediately. And I'm gonna start streaming over Kick. I'm probably gonna be not streaming on YouTube or TikTok. I'm going to Kick. I'm glad I watched this video. You get paid by the hour on Kick. Yeah, I'm going to Kick, bro. I know I can't do it too much, but let's say I do. I can build it up to like 20,000 viewers. Let's say I can build it up to 20,000 viewers, bro. Let's say I can build it up to 20,000 viewers. It's still telling me about this thing, bro. See, this is what I'm talking about, bro. 20,000 viewers in 1 hour. I can get a few $100s in an hour, and that's just in one day. I can definitely just do that full time. I could definitely do streaming full time if I can make a few $100s in an hour. For sure. But anyways, man, TikTok is kind of getting on my nerves now. So I'm done with TikTok right now. So if y'all want to check it out, go over on YouTube. YouTube is still going. I'll be streaming over there for the rest of the day. I'll see y'all, man. Deuces, TikTok. Yeah, I had to get off of that, bro, because TikTok was getting on my nerves at this point. I don't get how, bruh. How, bruh? He had one with Will Smith.
What's up, man?
How you doing, Will?
Man, it's all love.
Great to meet you.
How you feeling, brother?
Great.
How to make money, bro. How to get rich, bro.
Who am I here with today?
Will Smith in the building.
Did you come from a lot of money?
No. I came from the opposite.
So what was your turning point to financial freedom?
I realized that taking advice from somebody who hasn't done what you want to do is almost insanity. Like listening to people who haven't done the thing that you want to do, that makes you crazy.
Do you think money buys happiness?
Hell no. There's an amount of money that once you pass it, it buys misery.
So what was the most amount of money you made in a single year?
In a single year.
Ooh.
Guys, I'm about to interview the
How much
legendary
money?
Will Smith out in Los Angeles. From the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air to the box office king, Will Smith has done it all. And he's become one of the greatest entertainers, one of the greatest actors of not just my generation, but of all time, you guys. So this interview is about to be one of the best we've done. So make sure you stay tuned from start to finish. With that being said, let's go meet Will and go see what he has to say.
Let's get some financial advice, man. What's good, chat? I don't see anyone talking. Nobody's talking, bro. What?
All right, you guys, so we just got in the gate of where we're gonna be interviewing Will. He's gonna be coming out at any minute now, so we're gonna be linking up with him in just a few minutes. Come on, you guys.
What's up, man?
How you doing, Will?
Man, it's all love.
Great to meet you.
How you feeling, brother?
Great, man. Happy to be out here.
Okay, we got the color vibes. We got the color vibes.
I'm Jack. Nice to meet you.
What's happening,
What's
man?
up, Will? I'm Josh. Good to meet you.
Josh, what's the deal?
Happy to be out here.
Man, it's all good. You on a big run lately.
A little run right now.
A little bit of a run.
For sure. We had a great shoot yesterday with Tom.
I saw that.
I was telling him it was like 3 hours. We hit 1 million on IG, so just trying to keep on going, man. We're excited about this, man. We love all that you do, and we're just happy to be here with you right now.
No, this is great.
Who am I here with today?
Will Smith in the building.
And for those that don't know, what industry did you decide to pursue a career in?
Well, I started in music, and then I went into television, and then into film, and ultimately into production and business.
So you're a little diversified.
Well, you know, man, I like to have a couple hyphens.
Do you think people should hyper-focus on one thing when they're starting out, or do you like the idea of kind of diversifying your efforts into different ventures? How do you feel about diversification? Because you wear many hats.
I think of it like an arrow. So if you think about the one thing you do really well at the tip of the arrow, and you got to do it really specifically and really well, and then after the arrow bursts through the universe, then all the other things you do can come through behind it. But I think it's really, really important to like master one thing. One of my favorite books growing up was The Alchemist, and it says the whole of the universe is contained in a single grain of sand. So I took that to be, if you learn how to do one thing really, really well, you can expand your knowledge base from the comprehension of that one thing.
Now, you've become one of the greatest entertainers of all time, undoubtedly one of the greatest of all time actors.
Thank you.
What's been the biggest driving factor of your success throughout your career? If you can attribute to one thing, or maybe it's a couple things, what's really led to your success that's separated you apart from 99% of people in one of the most competitive industries?
One of the things I discovered really early is that the win goes to the most hours committed. When I realized that how I spent my time and attention on a daily basis, if I do something for 10 hours a day and you only do it for 9 hours a day, in a year it's going to be really hard for you to beat me. So I realized very, very early, I was probably 18 by the time I knew that the time applied was cumulative. And even if you were more talented than me, if I put in more hours than you, it would be really hard for you to beat me.
Now, you've played many roles in the entertainment business. As an actor, what's the most interesting thing that you've learned about people throughout your career?
I guess one of the big things that I've learned is that even what we call people, what you say a person, is not actually a person. It's like a personality. It's a small constellation of ideas that a person has chosen to live within and say that that's us. And I guess the thing I've learned is that we're way bigger than we think we are. We're way bigger than we allow ourselves to be. We are way more than the little sliver of race, creed, color, city, country, that we confine ourselves to. And that idea of a person can even become the prison that keeps us from excelling.
Now, you starred in the movie The Pursuit of Happiness. It's one of the most perspective-shaping movies of all time.
Sure.
Did that change your perspective when you were filming it?
One of the big things that I learned from Chris Gardner and working on that movie is that suffering is a gift. The universe teaches through difficulty. God teaches through.
Even though he said this, I think that the 7 Pound movies the 7 Pound movie is way better, bro. This is a
Through
good one, but 7
suffering and
Pound
hard times, and the shaping
out of this
of
world.
a person, the shaping of a willpower, the shaping of your energy is almost always exclusively in adversity. And with Chris Gardner, how he talked about the education of his suffering was one of the major lessons that I took away from that movie, like to get comfortable being uncomfortable if you want to achieve.
Do you believe in God?
Absolutely.
How important has faith been for you throughout your career?
The idea of God, and people throw different words around and people have different definitions. I believe in an energy that is constantly creating in all things, that if I cultivate a relationship with, I can be more powerful than I am. I can do things 100-fold what Will could do if I tap into the movement and the energy and the flow and the creative intelligence that's making the sun and the stars and the trees that we're breathing. If I tap into that, I know I can be infinitely more powerful, creative than me with my ego construct.
Another movie you starred in is Hitch. And I think one of the greatest lessons of that, there's a quote that the world is overly cruel to shy men and it rewards the courageous. Confidence and belief in oneself is one of the biggest things people that struggle with, and
This
it's
dude
what
seems
prevents
like
them from
he's a
finding
big
success.
Will fan
How did you
like me,
personally
like I
find the
am.
self-belief and the confidence within to go out and make, tens, hundreds of millions of dollars and be so successful in your industry?
I think one of the biggest things I learned about confidence was on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The confidence is one side of it, but it's built on not being scared to look stupid. So it looks like confidence when you're not scared to fail, right? It's not actually confidence in its seeds. It becomes confidence after you get used to rejection, you get used to doing it wrong, you get used to being okay when you tell a joke and that one's not funny, and you get comfortable if you hit 3 out of 10, you're in the Hall of Fame. The comfort to fail in front of people is what is perceived as confidence.
You stop worrying about what everybody else thinks.
Taking advice from somebody who hasn't done what you want to do is almost insanity. Like
Facts.
listening to people who haven't done the thing that you want to do and ingesting the poison of their ignorant opinion, that makes you crazy.
It reminds me of the saying, never take advice from someone you wouldn't trade places with.
Right, yes, exactly. And it was one, I got that one time. I was going through something and I called Quincy Jones. And, I don't even remember what the problem was. And I asked him, and Quincy was like, he said, man, how the fuck I'm going to give you advice? He was like, he said, I wouldn't have chose none of the shit you chose. He said, whatever you're doing, just keep doing that. And it was like, that was a real vote of confidence that even somebody in his position backed off of giving advice in the understanding that everybody knows what they know and only they can know for them. Nobody can really know for you. And you'll actually get to a point where you ask for advice less and you just sort of watch and listen and let people tell you what they think from their.
You know what type of advice you can ask from people who hasn't done what you want to do and stuff? They would be like, let's say, ask a question like this. What would you do if you were in this position? How would you handle this if you were in this position? And get their advice, but don't take it like, okay, I'm going to listen to their advice and do it. Take it more like, I'm going to listen to their advice, think about it, and then go out there and do it. Yeah, do it like that.
Behavior.
Yeah, and you kind of lean on your own intuition.
Yes, absolutely.
One time somebody told me that if a bird lands on a branch, does the bird trust the branch or does it trust its wings? I've seen many birds land on branches, but what I've never seen is the branch break and the bird fall and die.
Yes,
you gotta trust your wings. So guys, listen very carefully because I'm about to drop one of the most insane offers that I've ever done for the next 24 hours only. So exactly 1 year ago today, I launched what has now become the #1 community for entrepreneurs in the entire world, and it's called the School of Mentors. And inside the School of Mentor, I give you direct access to the hundreds of millionaires and billionaires that I interview and give you the opportunity to ask them questions live. And now, in order to celebrate our 1 year anniversary, we're gonna be doing something insane. We're giving you the opportunity to join the greatest entrepreneur community on the planet for just $1 a day. Guys, you can literally speak speak with millionaires and billionaires every single week and ask them questions live for just $1 freaking a day. Let me be clear, this isn't a course. This isn't a mastermind that costs you $25,000. This isn't outdated information. This is live access to the people that have already built what you're trying to build. So if you're in a 9-to-5 and you want to change your life, this is for you. If you have a business idea and you want to bring it to life, this is for you. And if you're already an entrepreneur and you want to scale to 7, 8, and even 9 figures, this is for you. But here's the thing, the only catch, and we're raising community mapping, one lesson that a mentor taught you with Will. What is the greatest piece of advice that Will Smith has ever received? There's one lesson that a mentor taught you throughout your career, right? You've networked with billionaires, you've networked with the most successful people across different industries. Give me one piece of advice you could give to somebody who may not have a great mentor.
That's good. There's a couple of them. My grandmother, when we were going on tour, as we were getting on the tour bus and she were going away, she said, hey, baby, just remember, everywhere you go, one day you're going to have to go back. I didn't get it in that moment, but as I started to go in my career, I started to realize, like, oh shit, it's all relationships. Everything is relationships. You never know. You meet somebody right now and they're 16, but when they're 24, they're going to be running the company that you're trying to sell something to. And when they're 34, your kids go to their kids' school and all of that, right? And it's like you start to develop a network of friends throughout your life, and you absolutely never know. We have no clue how we're going to cross paths in the future, and it's critical that even as small as a smile in a moment, you recognize that every person is going to be a part of the tapestry of your future, and just taking a minute to connect and to realize that what you're going to build, there's going to be a necessity for hundreds, if not thousands, of other people to help you.
People will take you places that money can't.
Amen.
So did you come from a lot of money?
No. I came from the opposite.
So what was your turning point to financial freedom? Give me that turning point in your life.
I realized that sometimes what you're good at is different than what you like. So I love making music. I love being on stage, but I'm actually better as an actor. And I had to make the choice to go with what I was better at. And I tried to mix the music in there, but the real turning point for me was realizing that my greatest skill set was acting, and I chose to master that above all things in my career, and then finance came behind the mastery.
So what was the most amount of money you made in a single year?
Oh, I don't like to talk about that.
Maybe revenue across all the businesses?
Yeah, you know, there was plenty of zeros, but I don't like to discuss the actual amount.
Maybe an accomplishment financially, or even from like a box office standpoint, that you're the most proud of.
Hancock and I Am Legend were within 6 months of each other. That was one of the biggest years of my career and one of the most creative periods. I think Hancock was in June, and then I Am Legend was in December. Christmas was nice that year.
Right. Yeah. Do you think money buys happiness?
Hell no. Actually, there's an amount of money that once you pass it, it buys misery. Once you have a certain amount of money, you can change people's lives. So it's really all people can think about. So it's difficult to make new friendships at certain financial points, right? In America, somewhere around $1 million a year, it starts going the other way, where it's more problems beyond that. And you start getting into really an attack zone.
You broke this down beautifully about cliff top versus rock bottom.
Yeah,
everybody thinks when you hit rock bottom, that's when you change. Can you break that down real quick for them?
The idea of cliff top, it's like a corresponding place to rock bottom. And after you've had all the money you've wanted, and you've had all the sex you've wanted, and you've created all the things and all the fame, there's a corresponding abyss that you can actually pop off of the top of the material world, and you're like, oh shit, there's literally nothing I want to buy. There's literally nobody that I want to have new sex with. There's nothing, and it's a terrifying place when you realize nothing material can actually satisfy.
He's banged that many females. I know it's Will, bro.
And it's a similar abyss at rock bottom. And the realization is that what you're actually looking for is you. What you're actually looking for is a comfort that will only come with you totally by yourself with none of this shit. And then once you are stable in your place, you were talking about the bird and the branch. Once you're comfortable in your wings, the branch can be weak or strong. When you get a strong branch, it's great. When you get a weak branch, that's cool. It's another lesson. You'll find another one. But there's a certain stability in yourself that you trust yourself that you can handle whatever comes that is above any kind of false material safety comfort, because it's not real. There are diseases that are not curable that your money won't be able to fix. There are relationships that break up that you can't buy back. When loved ones die, there's nothing you can do. So there's certain things in this life that only an absolute steadiness in yourself in the face of whatever life has to offer. That's the only thing that can make this place bearable.
And your last message to the younger generation in one sentence.
Recognize the absolute infinite nature of what you could do. Consciousness is this crazy gift that literally can do anything. You don't have to go to the job you went to today. You don't have to live where you live now. You don't have to be in the relationship that you're in. You literally can do anything that you choose. It just takes a certain amount of willingness to suffer. But this thing, whatever we are, is a crazy, infinite, magical tool of creation.
Will, you got amazing advice, my friend.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. That was great. Guys, we just wrapped up an interview with Will Smith. That's one of my favorite interviews I've ever done, you guys. He just gave so much incredible advice for people trying to break into any industry, man. The life advice there. Him talking about not taking advice from people you wouldn't trade places with. And the bigger you get, the less you have to listen to other people. But guys, like and subscribe for amazing content we've got coming every single week, guys. I'm bringing you guys the most successful, the wealthiest people, the biggest people in every industry directly to you to give you guys the advice on how to change your lives, become the best versions of yourselves, and create financial freedom and build generational wealth. Great interview out here in Los Angeles. And one more thing, guys, go down and click the link down in the description of this video to join the School of Mentors, the #1 community for business owners in the entire world, where you will get mentorship direct.
That's all I gotta say, bro. Will is one of my favorite human beings in the world, bro. I would definitely take his advice because I've listened to a lot of his interviews and dude know what he's saying, bro. It's kind of like Steve Harvey. Sometimes Steve Harvey would say some stuff that would make you sit back and be like, yo, this dude know what he's doing and know what he's saying, bro. But well, man. Anyways, man, thank y'all for watching, man. I'm gonna hop off and get some other stuff done. And I will see y'all soon on Twitch. So make sure y'all go over Twitch. Well, don't go over Twitch yet because I haven't even created the account. But I'm definitely gonna go to Twitch because they pay you by the hour. I can put a few hours in a month. It makes some extra. Like TikTok and YouTube is not really doing well right now. So I'm going to Kick, definitely. Anyways, man, as I said, I will see y'all again. Thanks for watching. Deuces.